Morning, everybody. Welcome to ARPA. Today's July 31st. The time is 10:08. Can I have a roll call, please?
Alt.
Here.
Awful. Here. Sure.
Here.
Dugat.
Here. Everybody's had a chance to look at the agenda. Can I get a motion to
So move.
have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Any public comments? All right, we'll move on from public comments to discuss, review, and take action on ARPA applications. As we're going today, we're going to look at thanking some of these applications for coming in, but we will not have the funding available to take care of them. If we want to go ahead and start looking at them. Let's go through them and let's do them backwards. We're gonna go in reverse. 136 Nicholas Paint and Fab Shop. They were looking for a COVID relief grant. And they did get previous funding.
The amount is set here.
Is 2,272,000. I believe that would be the first one. We'll go ahead and if it's okay, we send a letter. Do you need me to read the letter out loud? You need to make a motion to.
It's up to you.
Let
If it's
them know.
okay, okay, I would read it out loud and make sure that letter is okay with all of you.
Right.
Cause all I did was email it to the committee.
The letter is in front of you, Charlie. It should be in there.
What's the?
John, do you see the letter in front of you? Right to your right there.
Oh, you mean the letter? Yeah, I saw it. I don't know
Right there,
where it
John.
went down.
That's it right there.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. What about it?
Letter's gonna say, dear to whoever the applicant was, thank you very much for your submission for grant funding through the Iroquois County American Rescue Plan Act. While the ARPA committee was greatly impressed with your application and support your mission, we must decline funding assistance at this time. The committee had approximately 136 compelling applications from deserving organizations. Unfortunately, limited funds does not allow for funding every proposal. We urge you to keep informed and visit Iroquois County's website at iroquoiscountyil.gov for any future opportunities. We wish you success as your program continues to pursue its important missions. Is there any objection to using this letter?
No.
All right. One thing, I need to go real quick. John, can I go to your office and get my big pink folder?
Those?
Thank you. Yes, for every single application. So we have Nicholas Paint Fab. Are we good with sending them a letter?
Yes.
All right. Are you gonna need a motion for each one of these? Can I make it all in one? Okay. On the Watsika area food pantry number 135, they wanted 75,000.
that's different than the breadbasket.
Yes.
Right, and that's the one I spoke about earlier, that, we got the bread basket, 2 freezers. Jill, they've since then shut down. Could we have them come back in next meeting? To see what the plan is with those freezers, to see if we couldn't, set up something for the Watsika area food pantry, or is there anything with ARPA financially we have to worry about? I don't think we do, but
No, I don't think we do, but
I'd like to see them come back in here and see if we can't ask them if they would give the freezers to a different food pantry to help out. That's what this is all about.
Right.
we can always request them to come.
Part of the question depends on what their plans are. Are they trying to raise money and open up again, or are they closed down forever and going away?
There's a restaurant bar that's attached to the food pantry, and I'm guessing that's what those freezers are used for. I don't know that for sure,
Well, that's not what it's used for, that money.
but I don't know.
I'd like to have them emailed and have them come back in. I want them to answer that question. I want to put them on record.
What are we doing about 135?
Having them come back.
No, that's Watsika area food pantry, which
Oh,
is different
no,
than a bread
that's right.
basket. My question is, I would like to see if this Watsika area food pantry might get the opportunity, or,
Well, you can leave Watsik Food Pantry on the list for now.
okay. 134, Village of Menarga for pumps. I'd like to leave them on the list, if that's okay with everybody. IMH laboratory equipment,
No.
we'll go ahead and send them a letter for now, thanking them for putting in an application.
I guess my comment there was that we just had some discussions at the management committee meeting about possibility of entering into some arrangement with them as far as the mortgage is concerned. And they might be willing to do that. I don't know what the arrangements would be, but something like this might be fair.
We gave them $600,000 already.
I understand.
Yeah.
But this is above and beyond that, and that's a different matter.
Well, we can take a vote on it between the 4 of us.
I mean, my thought right now would be just to leave it open until we can get some resolution on the morgue situation.
What is
So
it
do you
that
wanna
you're
leave-
wanting for the morgue to be
What?
there? What is it that you're wanting for the morgue to be there? What's the plan?
Right now, we have about 3 different possibilities as far as a location for that, and that's one of the possibilities. And there's, like all of the other 2, there's pros and cons of associating with one versus the other. Nobody really has any definite idea that one is favored over the other at this point. So I don't know that I can answer your whole question a whole lot, other than I'd like to keep it, the option out on the table. And this could be a part of, an agreement that we might reach with them, instead of paying rent, if we gave them some additional ARPA money, that might satisfy the requirements. They're also considering erecting a new building that could house a morgue as well. And there's something to be said for having a morgue and a hospital combination together. Many of the deaths that occur in the county come through the hospital one way or the other. So there's some arguments for some of that. So that's the reason I'm suggesting that we would be able to leave them open for right now.
The then do you wanna leave the laboratory equipment, take that off, and leave the, above it, number 132, the north entrance? Leave that on for them, leave one of them?
I would rather leave both of them. I'm not saying we would do both of them, but it might be one or the other, so if you leave them both open, then you're not closing the door. We're talking about taking some off or closing the door, right?
We opened the doors.
So I'm just not thinking we should be closing that door right at this point.
We opened the door at 600,000.
I understand that, I'm sure they're very appreciative of that.
I'll leave it there, but that needs to be a decision at the next meeting, next month, on them. Because I see many obstacles leaving it IMH and putting the morgue in there. I believe the best thing for the morgue is to be on its own,
Me too.
and that way the county can take care of it, and not rely on somebody else. 131 we'll leave alone, which is the assessment stuff. 130 we're gonna leave alone. We've got the Sheldon United Methodist Church at this point.
I checked into that angel, whatever that is, that fund.
I don't know, it was sent to them, I believe.
Churches, I think we were referring to.
Yeah, so we can send them a letter for 129. Out. We get the Stephen Susan roof replacement for 30,000 and 128. Out. They'll have to be, if that's okay with everybody else. We'll send them a letter. The Danforth Reformed Church, they're out because they should have got a letter sent to them. If not, can we still email them a letter? 126 Prairie Green Township. They need building restructions or building repairs for infrastructure. What I'm gonna ask about is, the gentleman, was it, Roger? What is he, which one is he? Do you remember, Joe?
113,
Okay.
Ridgeland.
I just want to make sure he stays on the list. I did not want to say the wrong one. So the Prairie Green Township building repairs structure for $39,665. Are we in agreement to send them a letter thanking them?
Yep.
Okay. Watsika Ford for the building expansion
Out.
for $212,000. Everybody in agreement to send them a letter?
Yes.
Number 124, the Martin Fire Protection for building expansion and public safety for $49,000. Everybody in agreement to send them a letter? Are you good with that, Charlie? I am.
Yep.
Barb? All right. 123, the Village of Woodland for a commercial mower for $20,000. Are we in agreement to send them a letter? We've already gave them, back up. Number 122, the Village of Buckley Sewer Plant, sewer building. They want $500,000. I'd like to keep them on the list.
But we said we'd give a little amount.
Well, we want to keep a track on it. I know John's supposed to send them a letter, but we want to keep them on the list because of two things I'm seeing. And I want to make sure the assessment for CAMA, we follow through with that, or that money will be there to help them out, is the main one for them. It's kind of, it's not my area, it's not my district, but we can't do it.
Buckley, you've already given Buckley 87,785 for their drainage, and you've also given them 22,500 for the Legion, and you also gave the high school in Buckley. I just had it.
Okay, then is everybody in
I mean,
agreement to
if
send
you're
them a
gonna,
letter?
if, I
Okay,
mean, you're gonna leave on somebody who's
No, I
already
appreciate
given
it.
money versus somebody
no,
you haven't given money to.
thank you for
I
bringing it to my
just-
attention.
That's just my opinion, I don't know if that's.
The garage in Gilman, we gave them money already,
Yeah. No,
so we'll send them a letter if that's okay with agreement with everybody. We did 120, we did 119, we did 118, we did 116.
getting rid of those?
We've already gave them,
We already gave them money.
We
Yeah,
did
look, you're far
120
right.
already?
those are the ones we
Yes.
gave money to
Oh,
already.
yeah.
St. Paul's Lutheran School, I believe we took care of them with the water issue out there.
All these others, we did already 16, 18?
16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, we did all of them at 117. 117 was pulled, excuse me. They got, what, grant funds?
Mhm.
What'd you say about the,
115? 115, we'll send them a letter. We've already done the water form out there. Prairie Lutheran Home, number 2, $396,000. Are we in agreement to send them a letter thanking them for their application?
Mhm.
All right. Number 113, we'll keep on the list. We'll be back in the next meeting. 112 is the First United Methodist Church of Watsika. You get $48,000. Are we good to send them an application? Tell them thank you.
Send them a letter.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Said that wrong, it's the application. All right, we'll go back on the inside.
What about 111?
You already gave them money.
Gave them money, right?
Yeah. We already gave them money.
money?
Yeah, they've already got money.
That's the one
Yeah,
from
see,
Chicken
on your right.
Park, isn't it?
I wasn't looking
Or no,
over.
Buckley.
What, sir?
That's the one from Buckley?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you're looking at 105, if you're gonna leave all IMH on.
All right, John, that's gonna be my next question. If we're gonna leave IMH on, here's 550,000. And then we go to the other side with IMH. And they got another. Well,
If we were gonna do something.
172 more.
We wouldn't be giving them that amount of money, we could go to more for that. I don't think that would be our best interest, I would say.
107 and 106, we'll send a letter thanking them.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Uh, 105, the Crescent Airquake EMS and ambulance, they need a revenue replacement for $175,000. Are we good to send them a letter thanking them? The money's not there. Are we in agreement?
Which one, 105?
105,
Yeah, no, we're not.
okay.
They got plenty of money.
Woodland Fire Protection District, they wanted defibrillators, air packs, and chainsaws for $100,000. Are we in agreement to send them a letter? Health Check, Health Coaching Incorporated for $10,000. Agreement to send them a letter? Okay. Next is the Watsika Park District. They had asked for 200,000, but I know they'll take less. That share, I'd like to keep that on the list. That's okay with everybody.
I'd like to see it on the list.
Okay. We took care of 98, took care of the Grange District. City of Watsika wants a new well for $2.9 million.
Nope. Say no.
Can we send them a thank you?
Mhm.
The Village of Loda storm sewer replacement for $831,000. All right, we'll send them a letter. Now we got
But
Village of Buckley.
We did both of those, didn't we?
Nope.
No, he didn't do the one.
doesn't show we get paid them any money.
Right.
We did 94 for sure.
No, you didn't.
Huh?
No, you didn't. You did,
Maybe there's something else.
There is.
66.
we did number 66.
Number 66 for 87,000.
For 87,785.
I thought 66 and
There were two
and
separate,
94 was the same project.
well, they put in two separate applications and you guys awarded application 66 money.
No. 94 and 93 both. Not doing those.
All right, we'll send them letters, thanking them. We'll leave the coroner on 91, 92. 91 we did. 90, we've already taken care of the village of Clifton. So we'll send them a letter thanking them. Same thing with 89. Send them a letter for thanking them. The Betsy Gale longest mortgage assistant utilities. We'll send her a letter thanking her for her application. We don't have the money this time. Quentin Schumer, senior transportation reimbursement for 5,000. Well, take a minute, look it up. Refresh your memory. I have no problem doing that.
He was the one that was driving around senior citizens to appointments and things.
We'll take
I
a
don't
minute,
remember
look
the
at it.
exact details, I need to look it up, but he was here, he had come in person and talked about what he did.
Eight. 87. The transport people.
Is it business he has, or it's just?
No,
somebody
he just
by
does
himself?
it by himself.
I don't have a problem doing that, we haven't done that for anybody yet.
Would you like to keep them on the list?
Yes. What he did is a good thing.
Don't argue. There's a lot of good things about people that just have to get the money. Douglas Township Park District, they were lack of fundraising for $15,630.
Gilman,
Gentlemen,
that's Gilman.
Right. So,
I just didn't, I wanted you guys to know Douglas was Gilman.
thank you.
That's out.
Yes. We'll send them a letter. And we took care of the Ashland Coliseum, so 83, 84, and 85. We'll send them a letter, thanking them. '78 EMA for technology updates,
70 what?
78. The other ones we took care of the other ones.
That's out.
is it out?
No, that's what I'm asking everybody here.
Yeah.
All right, we'll send them a letter. Martin Drainage District, they wanted to put a drainage tile through a farm. They never actually came back to us, and they never brought back that signed paperwork and getting the agreement, did they?
I never got anything, if I got it, I sent it to you.
All right, we'll send them a letter thanking them for their application. Hometown Foods we took care of, 76 and 76A. 75, the associate letter of, that was done, we gave them money. System Foods, are we good to send them an application or a thank you letter for their application?
They didn't put an amount to it, so.
Okay, sounds good.
For a month, we can charge them, spend enough money.
I can't find anything to buy in there anymore. Yeah, empty shells.
Is that right?
Yeah. They've sold the building to another bunch of guys. I think they're just waiting for what is left, all the inventory is off the shelf before they move on to something else. That's not good. John sure is gonna buy it.
So 73 on the county board, the project, audio video was taken care of. The village of Donovan, we took care of. And we got them a backup well house
And a pump.
for the water tower and a pump, which is, should be up a little further, isn't it?
Yeah, 68. We did 68 and 70.
There you go.
But
I
they
can
also
see-
have in 69.
I'm sorry, it
71,
kind of gets
72.
light for us to see on the board.
I know, that's why I emailed you the colored one.
I know.
Sorry.
69 and 71 we're not doing.
So 69, 71, and 72, we're gonna send them a thank you letter for their application. Like I said, we already took care of that town, and to what I hear, they've had a huge change in their water. They're still flushing through some of the systems. They also got grants from the EPA. And the town is definitely on the upward spiral, so that's good to hear.
67, I have a question. She got her application April 8th, and she needed money for her mortgage at that time, I'm assuming, so does she still need it?
Did you want to look at it? Okay,
So
I'm okay with it's an individual. It's not taking care of a large amount. That's how I'm gonna look at this, I feel. I'm okay
But
with
she's
sending.
part of it,
She is, but she's an individual.
so the individual need help?
We do, like this money should be used for community life.
It
Like we
has
did
been
with the hospital, the
about
village
5
down,
million. It has been a close 5 million.
which is good.
Anyway, I'm just saying, does she need it now? I mean, it was back in April, so I'm
Right.
saying ditch it.
But I would think that this
She's
is,
already got money or moved or something.
right, and here's what I would say, this is just me, if I put in for money, I would bring it every meeting. You know, hoping, you know, or calling or emailing, especially at a point where she needed mortgage assistance. That's what I would have been doing, you know, while I was working, still send an email, only takes 2 minutes at nighttime. No, I agree, I get what you're saying.
I'm saying, cross it off.
It might, well, no, I'm with you, but it's still a sad situation. She never followed through.
Okay, so we're crossing off 67.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send them a letter thanking them for thanking her.
65.
Village of Danforth, the water loop completion, 30,000. We've already sent, gave them money. We gave them money for their water meter replacement.
Danforth got water meters, and then Prairie View, they also got some money.
Right, so we're 65, we'll send them a letter. Feeding Time Foods. We had them the last meeting, we were waiting on the paperwork.
We'll leave them on.
Still leave them on for next month. We've already gave the Civic Center money. We gave the Vance Century Celebrations money for the restrooms. The 61, we gave them money for Iroquois County Youth Center for the equipment grade, loss of revenue.
That's why you gave them.
Natural High, we gave them money. The Milford Township Park District for 13,000, I
We
believe.
gave them money too.
to give the pool money.
Right.
Yeah, the swimming pool.
I'm okay sending them a letter thanking them for their application. Sonia Jean DeLong, utility, taxes, mortgage assistance, and $7,100, a little much more, $7,130.
So 51 through 57 are all gonna be utility, mortgage, lease, assistance.
Again, if any of that, if they emailed you ever, besides the one time they showed up, then I'd like to go ahead and send each one of them a letter. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57,
All those are out.
all those are out. Crossroads Youth Center, they're building a new building and we gave them $30,340. 49 Affordable Arts, I'd like to keep them on the list. I talked to Donna.
They're
Their
waiting,
district, yeah, and they're waiting for,
they're waiting to bring something back.
yeah, paperwork, we're waiting on them.
Yeah.
Schaumburg's Fine Trim, we'll go ahead and send him a letter thanking him. City of Gilman, we gave them $250,000 for their sewer system lines.
What a mistake that was.
And they're so appreciative.
Yeah,
We gave them 100,000.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they are appreciative.
But they're not.
They're not.
That's too bad. Number 46, Designer Homes, Goldquist Construction, Small Business Economic Assistance for $48,000. Send him a letter thanking him for his application.
Out.
Yes, sir. Sheldon EMS for an ambulance replacement for $49,000.
Hang on one second, the designer homes, are we waiting on something for that?
I think they were,
Like 2 months ago.
but I thought they were just, were they not just already in that?
No.
Where's that at? Out.
Hold on a second.
I don't remember them being here, but maybe I'm wrong.
I thought they were the one that were having email troubles and finally got email. No, that was feeding back, never mind, okay, okay.
Got it. So Sheldon EMS.
Sheldon EMS ambulance replacement for $49,000. Good to send, well,
Sheldon, just ARPA is the only thing that Sheldon has got. I don't even know if they called in to see if.
They haven't, it'd be interesting to hear what they have to say,
Right,
because
maybe
as
they
far
can
as,
fund cars.
as far as we understand, they don't run the ambulance as an ambulance though, it's just a strict shelter until an actual ambulance service can get there, because they don't have anybody qualified. But again, it'd be interesting to see if they would come in and talk. Do you wanna invite them?
Want to?
if you want to keep on the list, I don't have an argument with it at all. I think that'd be good.
Be a good.
At least hear what they're gonna say if they. We'll keep them on the list then.
Okay.
Which one's that?
44, we'll keep them on the list.
Sheldon EMS.
I think that's about it. Boyles Construction and Drainage for $49,900. Are we good to send them a letter?
Yeah.
All right.
And 42.
42, same thing. And here was St. Paul's Lutheran School, that we did give them $21,590 to fix their water. The Milford Pool and Park Foundation, they're giving money. Wellington Greer Fire Protection District for revenue loss. We gave, they're part of the 21.
31 fire protection. kit.
Yes, thank you. So we'll send them a letter thanking them. St. Paul's Evangelical Lutheran Church. 27,000, send them a letter. IMH, we gave them $600,000.
It's Iroquois mental health. Oh, I
No,
see,
it's
you're
not.
not skipping over them, okay.
Nope, I'm letting
Gotcha.
it be read.
You're all good. Sorry.
And then we got the garage going, took care of them. We have the bread basket, which I would like to have come in since we took care of them and got them 2 freezers. I'd like to see where that's going. At the same time, you know what? Let's think about something else. Iroquois County Historical Society, we took care of them, which is part of the county. Iroquois Mental Health Center, we'll go to them right now. Send them a letter thanking them on 31 and 32. The ETSB 911 essential worker pay, we will thank him for coming in. Unless somebody has an objection with that?
Is that part of the,
Well, that,
I am not an employee of the county. So that's something to take into consideration with that application.
Yeah, I think you said it was a part of the employees of the county.
well, we can look at that right now if you want to, but let's skip it. We will skip 30 and come back to that here in a minute.
Skip all the essential worker pay for now.
Yeah, you know, yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. So skip what, 29? Skip 28. 27, we took care of them. County Treasurer, 26, we'll skip that. The Village of Narga for their
Got paid.
ADA sidewalks. You wanna keep them on the list? Okay, we'll keep them on the list.
Oh, yeah, it's not paid.
Above that, we did give them money for their grinders. And then the Village of Danforth for 23, we gave them 40,000. The application was pulled for 22. 21, Eastern Illini Mutual Aid Fire. We got them $350,000 and they have a beautiful facility in Crescent City, correct?
Mhm.
Good.
honey, on that,
You're keeping 25 on the list, right?
Yes,
what are we
yeah,
saying?
because we gotta, that's gonna be my next question, to make
So
sure
that's
we
fine, I just,
we get them all
you
covered.
wanted to verify.
I'm sorry.
20, I didn't know what he was doing with 25, Village of Walker.
Yeah, 25 I'm gonna keep on the list. And we're up to, I guess the 21, which is on the list. We gave them money. 19 Prairie Lutheran Homes, we gave them money. A lot of money, actually, $358,000.
No, you didn't. You gave him 42,500.
42,580, thank you.
Mhm.
I keep putting my thumb on that.
That's fine. What am I here for? Good thing.
Village of Clifton. We got them the pool, I believe, so that one got, that was like way to go back and forth among those applications. Figure that one out. Skipping on to 17, Lori Lenz, house repairs for senior citizens for business assistance. They needed, requested was 10, and take my thumb off it, and I can see they got $7,000. I looked at my thumb that time. 16 was pulled. 15 is finance for county board, animal control for essential worker pay for 6,000, we'll leave on there. County clerk and recorder for essential worker pay for 6,000, we'll leave on there. Addiction recovery services for behavioral health services, we'll send them a letter thanking them. Public defender for laptops, essential pay and office for 19,000. We go send them a letter, Okay.
We have new ones.
We did rapid assembly. The sheriff had one for essential worker pay for $150. We'll talk about that in a minute. We gave them the sheriff number 9, which was $136,698.12, and then we also did the sheriff that CAD for his records and reports for $219,991.51, which is part of 911 too, correct? Or an agreement, I believe, what was made.
There was a MOU that was established for that, but ETSB is required to pay for its side of the CAD system.
The sheriff put in also number 7 for an electric flush, no touch bottle filler for $24,000. Do you want to send him a letter thanking him?
Sure.
Okay.
Which one is?
Number 7.
Thank you.
Yep, send a thank you letter. The sheriff also put in with the courts for video court and telehealth for $20,500, and they got $20,500 for that, which is actually really nice. I've been up there and looked at it. Number 5, the sheriff put in for audio and video investigation room for $4,500. We gave him $4,500, and that's good. County clerk got her microfilm for $176,413.37. The county clerk also got $517,585.08 for application number 3 for the election equipment.
Wasn't there something on that number 4 where she wanted to give that money back?
No,
No?
Never heard that.
no, she ended up using it, I believe. Because at the last tax meeting, she just mentioned that she had just got certain numbers done. I can't remember what it was with the microfilm.
You're talking
Converted,
about the
so-
microphone, she had one application, she pulled it, put in the second one, and you approved the second one.
St. Mary's Cemetery Association for repairs and maintenance for $10,000. They were application number 2. Have we heard anything back from them at all, or? Okay. I almost want to leave the 10,000 on there, just because amount we might be stuck with still. I don't want to say stuck with, but I mean, if we have left over, I'd love to help.
That's associated with the church and people.
Right, but are they able to use money from that email that was sent to us for the cemetery? I do not know. We can send them a thank you letter next month if that's, unless you want to just take them off. All right, so we'll take them off the list and send them a thank you letter. And the Ford County 4-H Foundation, they had asked for $18,600 and they were awarded $18,600. That was what, given to the 4-H communities for the children to be able to be in,
That covered their fees.
that covered their 4-H fees, so
I
that's
think
good.
2 years worth of fees, if I remember correctly, that one.
It's good. All right,
We need a vote now.
do you want to make a motion to send letters to everyone that we spoke about? Is that what you want, Amanda, to be?
I think that was good.
Yes.
I'm going to, excuse me, I'm gonna make a motion to send the letter to each organization thanking them for their
For the
application.
sorry. Second? Can I get a second? All right, a second. Since it's dealing with money, even though we're not giving, we still need to do a roll call vote.
Oh,
Yes.
Awful? Sure.
Yes.
Dukat?
Yes. All right, motion passes. All right, at this moment, we'll move on out of that. you like me to read the letter one more time we're gonna send to them, or is that, all right, thank you. All right, the last one we're gonna talk about here is number 92, the Iroquois County Morgue. I heard there was some movement management. John, would you like to emphasize on that?
We identified some options that we're gonna investigate further. Hopefully, we're gonna, I think we all are in agreement that we need to bring the project to a conclusion, and we're aiming to get that accomplished by the next meeting of the management committee.
Hopefully. All right, so we'll keep them on for next month.
We always have to be hopeful around here.
We'll have Roger on for next month. Yeah, Rizwan.
So I have the applications that you're keeping on the list besides essential worker pay is 25 Anarga sidewalks,
Correct,
44 Sheldon EMS,
correct,
49 affordable arts,
correct,
64 feed and time,
correct,
87 Quinton Schaumburg,
correct,
92 the county morgue,
yes,
99 the Watsika Park District,
Yes.
113 Ridgeland, 130 the county CAMA system, 131 digitalization, 132 IMH, I think that was the parking lot. Yes, parking lot, 133 IMH lab, 134 Anarga pumps, and 135 Watsika food pantry for now.
Well, we need to have them come back in and,
And then for next month, you wanna bring back the bread basket
and I apologize
and
everybody here,
Sheldon.
but I have a question. I can see his face. Scott, was Scott Watsika area food pantry?
No, Watsika food pantry was Lori Yolnick.
Okay, and what was the other one that, does the food bank down here? I don't know if Barb, you know,
Who is it? Would you say?
he had brought it up, he'd asked about it, and my hope is to be able to take those freezers if it's permissible, they're not using them, and I would think they still wanna take care of the community, we could split them between the food pantry and I can't remember what it was, I mean, it was one of the churches in town that does a food pantry also.
The First United Methodist Church.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it
That's what
was.
this,
That's what this is, 135.
Watsika area food pantry.
That was,
Okay, I just wanna make sure it's the right
Yeah,
one
Miss
still,
Gill.
I really hope that, and I think we all do, the money was given for 2 freezers. It was supposed to be used to take care of the people of the area of Watsika and the county. I'm hoping that they will, but if they don't, there's not much we have ground to stand on, I believe, but I'd like to ask them. I think that'd be fair.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
How does this add up to the amount of money we have left?
Give me a minute, I'll tell you.
Yes,
Not committed, I should say, or whatever, not spent. Roughly, I guess, I can't say.
Without the essential worker pay,
Worker pays,
I think that needs to be put
let
up.
me give you a number without first, and then I'll work out the other one.
We still need to discuss that with all these other that are on here. I'm gonna figure this out another day. If you look at like 28, 29, and 30, is that gonna be part of? we need to make sure everything's wrapped in one time. I want it all done. I don't need the what ifs afterwards.
Say 28,
I think 28, 29 or whatever, I don't know about 30.
Well, and that's just it. He was still here during COVID.
So was I.
Yeah, but we decided to run for this fun job that we have for the huge amount of fame that comes with it, so I think we're,
Eternally etched in the pages of history.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I got everything.
what did we decide? 15.
what? No, 1,500, 1,000 and then 500 for part-time, but like, everything in my head, I'd like to see him be full-time too, considered the same as everybody else. But I wanna make sure that everybody's covered, and that's why I want to make sure Amanda and Jill can help me make sure that we don't miss somebody. Same thing
Okay.
with like Cat.
What we have left minus the essential pay is a total request of $1,676,542.
So that's what the board,
That's everything except for essential pay.
say it again, please.
$1,676,542.
And that's without what?
Essential pay.
Essential pay.
And then with,
Those are just applications.
How much money we have left?
We have $1,026,545.32.
32 cents?
It's on the bottom of your paper. The listings there, last page,
Gotcha.
says remaining in a little box.
So that's still giving everybody after an idea, even though that we had to do this today and it was very difficult,
Still got some decisions to make.
we're still at 550. Yeah, still a little over $500,000 that we still have to cut. And it's just gonna get worse from here on out, trying to do what's best for the county, which we gotta figure that out. Now, hazard pay to Iroquois County employees, I'm gonna talk about this. What we need to figure out at the same time, we can do this. But Joe, when we do this, this resolution, who are we leaving out?
So when I gave you guys the spreadsheet back in, I don't know,
I know,
I did one in May. So as of May, this would be, the resolution was, and I made you guys copies there, so we'll have to change some dates on it, but the resolution states, to be eligible, the recipient must have worked at least 1,000 hours between the dates of March 10th, 2020 to May 7th, 2022. All full-time employees of Iroquois County, 35 hours or more per week are to receive a one-time payment of $1,000, less standard deductions for taxes, other required withholdings, and less any pay already received for essential worker COVID pay. All part-time employees of Iroquois County less than 35 hours per week are to receive a one-time payment of $500, less standard deductions for taxes, other required withholdings, and less any pay already received for essential worker COVID pay. Employees who worked in multiple departments will receive one premium payment only. All persons serving as elected officials, appointed members of authorities, boards, and committees, non-regular part-time employees, temporary and seasonal employees are specifically excluded from the provisions of this resolution and are deemed ineligible to receive premium pay.
so I have a question, is there a record of the hours?
I also provided you back in May a spreadsheet
yes.
of all of the employees that worked from them time periods. I also listed on here to give you an example, and you guys should still have this in your email, if not, I can resend it. To give you an example, Amanda and myself did grocery shopping for COVID tracing. We received $250 from the health department as part of that, so we would only be receiving $750. Eric Stacy is always also on that list as he received funds. And then clerks, employees, Bowman, Gillespie, Pierce, Zirkle, and Kuster received $1,750 already for hazard pay working during COVID. So they would receive 0. If that's the route you went.
I'm good with the route we're gonna go, but I wanna make sure.
So this would include 3 part-time employees, 73 full-time employees. And with the deduction to which 2 employees already received some of those funds, it would be a total amount of $76,000.
76,000?
Chairman,
Yeah.
may I make a motion that we adopt this resolution as presented?
Okay.
With the exception and modification in subparagraph E, that we include all department heads to be excluded. And we mean that people like Joe, the supervisor of assessments, Eric Raymond, would not be eligible. My reasoning for that is that if you're excluding your elected officials, they are also department heads. And if you're gonna treat everybody that's a department head equally, you have to exclude those that are department heads that were not elected.
Well, if that's the route you're gonna take, should you also change the way that you do pay increases for those specific department heads based on what the elected officials get? So for an example, when they go up to 80% possibly of what the sheriff's gonna be making, does that also apply to your department heads that are remaining?
That's an entirely different discussion.
Motion on the floor. Is there a second? It dies.
And the other thing I want you to be aware of, because you guys haven't looked at this since May, is on the spreadsheet, it did not list any of the health department or the 911 employees.
911 employees are county employees.
So does that count that they're underneath? That's why I wanna specify everything in this and get it done in one
But I think
flat.
the reason for that originally was the ARPA rules and information in the ARPA, let me go back and look here. It's stated as,
People were at work every day during
I know,
so in the beginning, the ARPA informational packet included that Iroquois County Public Health Department and ETSB 901 are separate entities managed by their own boards and funding sources, and these entities are not a part of the county as defined herein. These departments have access to funds outside of ARPA funding allocated by the United States Department of Treasury. The county board will look to identify areas of cooperation with these entities. I'm just saying that's the reason behind we didn't include those in there. You can include them, that's totally up to you, but I'd have to rerun the spreadsheet to include those, so just as a reminder.
You did not include the dispatchers in that sheet?
The dispatchers are included,
Okay.
just 911, ETSB, and health department.
So how many people are involved in these?
I just said, let me double check though. 73 full-time and 3 part-time.
What is the difference between 911 and dispatchers?
Joint dispatchers fall under, they don't have their own board. They fall underneath county authority. 911 has its own board. That was just listed as part of the interim rules when ARPA first began. You can include anybody you want. I mean, that makes no difference to me. I just wanted to make sure that you guys remembered that, because if we're going to include them, then we need to change the sheet here, which will move that 76,000 up in a
Right.
dollar amount. So if you decide to do that, I would need a little bit of time to run those numbers, because I'll have to pull past history of employment.
I think she should run the numbers.
Wait till next month's meeting, then you wanna wait? get it done correctly?
If we had them, or
I-
we had them.
I mean, more than likely, the health department, there's not gonna be barely anybody that's gonna be eligible because they did receive COVID funding for working during COVID,
Yeah. we
but
did.
I'd have to pull their time sheets and,
But I also don't think it's fair, and I'm just gonna be, even if you two aren't here,
Health department is not a consideration, they don't have jurisdiction over them.
okay,
The
They
only
gotta have their
reason-
own board and.
well, so does 911. What's your argument there?
The only reason that dispatchers are included in here is because we do have jurisdiction over them.
But not now.
We negotiate their employment contract with their union. They're considered county employees. Health department, yeah, they're county employees, but they're handled separately.
Got their own board.
The reason I made the motion the way I did is because I don't think it's fair to exclude the elected officials who have to be here too. And I realize that the state law prevents you from giving them money.
yeah, it's just, we can't give them money anyways.
I understand that, but others, but why are you gonna give somebody else that's a department head that's in a sense on an equal footing? I mean, I understand Joe's point of if the state increases their salaries, but that's a whole different discussion. If the state does that, we're obviously gonna have a discussion, but we're gonna have to make some.
Well, and I guess the other thing to consider too is with elected officials, they don't really have any hours that they have to abide by of being here. I mean, as far as, I can only speak for myself, but I'm under the understanding, even though I'm a department head, I still have to be here 35 hours a week, whereas I hear elected officials really can make their own schedule and be here or not be here. So it was ultimately kind of their decision whether or not they wanted to be here or not, whereas I really didn't have that decision, I had to be here. Just an argument. I don't really care either.
There's a lot of arguments when it's all said and done.
Nobody's gonna, no, I mean, you're gonna have,
If we do this today,
doesn't matter, but.
who do we have left on the list is what I wanna know exactly.
On the list, we have on the list.
Okay, so,
So if you want me to add, and it's completely up to you, I don't care. If you want me to add, say just 911, then I can do that. If you want me to add 911 and health department, I can do that. If you want me to take off anybody, I can do that. I mean, you just gotta tell me what to do.
I don't think we need to do 911 for the health.
yeah, but 911 was here the whole time COVID's going on, they had to run the county just like everybody else.
What's the transportation?
Dispatchers aren't on there. Remember, they're separate.
Right.
So 911 only really, sorry, Eric, falls under Eric. Eric's the only employee of 911 for it, so.
Where does the transportation department fall
That's
under
what I'm
this?
saying. How does that
Yes.
fall into?
It does,
They do.
including Joe.
And then if we do this, then we get the sheriff also.
No, cause he's state
Because he put
appointed.
him for,
He was state appointed, so it didn't include him.
Oh, state employment, okay.
the problem I'm having with it, and I keep looking at this, and I guess I've looked at it the wrong way, is the sheriff and all the employees that work there.
All the sheriff's employees are on there, but the sheriff is an elected official, so he's not.
Correct. Okay, so he is on there, all the sheriffs. All right. We moved down the list. That was the sheriffs we just talked about. County clerk, who are we missing there?
Everybody's on there except for the county clerk. However, they received $1,750 in COVID pay already through a different grant.
But that has nothing to do with us. So the county clerk, the only one we're missing would be the county clerk, right?
The county clerk, right.
Okay,
However, you have it listed in that ordinance that if they received any sort of COVID retention already, which they did, then they would only be eligible for up to $1,000, and they already received $1,750, so they wouldn't be eligible for anything.
We don't need.
They actually got more money than what everybody else is gonna get.
Oh.
Which is fine, it's fine if they got more, whatever, that's the grant, but, I mean, it's all in how you wanna read it, word it, you're not gonna please everybody.
well, I don't plan on pleasing everybody, it's just,
So-
it's the way this thing's been going, and it's finally getting to the squeeze. Same thing with the, Finance County Board Animal Control. I know you,
I didn't put that on there, I don't believe.
that was number 15.
Right, but at the time, we had a separate animal, it wasn't me,
Okay.
so I took it off.
You took it off.
So
Cause
you
it
want-
also states in the ordinance, or in that sample resolution that you're only eligible for one time, depending on how many departments they run,
Right.
so.
But
No,
do
I
you
would
think
not
that-
be getting 1,000 for animal control, IT,
No,
county
nothing
board.
like that. No,
No, no double dipping here.
As much work as you do with bother me one bit, but,
No. At the time I did this, or that we
with that
looked at
lady
this,
that,
they were on, but he
the
is
lady
since
that I met,
retired.
she would be able to get this, is what I'm trying to,
I
would
don't know
she
what
be still be
lady you're talking
eligible with this?
She's, the warden, is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
I don't remember if I have her on here, I haven't looked at this since May. Hang on one second, I'll tell you.
The reason why
They
I
would
wanted-
be considered part-time if they were on here, and I don't think that they're on this previous listing because at the time they were per contract, so that's another thing I have to work out.
that changes that totally. You got the county treasurer, he put in for $2,700.
And all of the department heads that put in their essential pay amounts are different,
Right.
but he would have his chief deputy and a deputy clerk. And and it goes back to anybody that worked during those time periods, so if they even don't currently work here, like we've done back pay in the past, we would still be sending a check.
So I think we need to do this today, clean it up, and next month come back to it again. And we've got,
You want a list of each person that's gonna be eligible?
I think that's what we need to have, but
Just let me know what you need and I can put it together.
I would like to see it.
So you want a listing of eligible individuals and their amounts?
Yes,
Okay,
please.
so in other words, the previous spreadsheet I gave you, I'm basically gonna take off the earnings report and then that'll give you just a list of.
Would that probably have a questionable list in your mind yet, or?
No, I mean, the listing I already have, it's not gonna change because the dates are the same. So basically, I just take the earnings report and take off all of that language and you'll just have a list of names.
Any questions in your mind, I'd like to hear them.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing is, am I including anybody else other than what was on that spreadsheet that I emailed everybody? I believe I gave you paper copies in May.
I'm sure that's already said in here.
Is there anybody else that you would like to add or take off from the email and the paper copies that I gave you back in May? Or would you like
So
to
it's the
still-
911 and, health.
They are not on that
We'll
list.
add them then.
Do you want me to add them on? No, they're
When you say 911, do you mean the joint dispatchers? Cause the joint dispatch is on there, 911 is Eric.
No.
Okay,
Why do you want the health department there?
Did the health department already get granting?
Well,
So
then I guess.
in here, it says,
Why don't I get you a list of all county employees that work from that time frame, what they received for COVID funding and if they would be eligible or not? I'll get you a list
I
together.
just give this though,
I'll get you a list together.
right, at the same time,
Again, I have an idea of what you're looking for.
we do this today.
We
Would that
can-
shorten your list too?
Well, I mean,
And
I
then
don't
give us an
really,
idea of where we're at with who we still did not get?
I honestly don't care what you do.
No,
but
what I'm asking you, will that clean
if
it
you do
up?
it today, then you're done, you're not including or changing anything. Would you rather have a complete listing of all employees and their
Yeah, it's gonna have
eligibility?
to be, because they all wanna go through them all.
I mean, when I did this back in May, it was discussed to leave out health department and 911 employees per what the original, ARPA rulings were. And then to know anybody who had already received any sort of hazard pay for working for COVID. That was what the original list was done for. So I will get you a new list with all county employees and what they've already received from COVID. I have an idea of what you're looking for, so I'll get something together and I'll email it to you. you can let me know yea or nay, and I'll make copies for next month. Sound good?
So we're putting it on for next month now. Everybody agree with that?
Do we know the date of next month's meeting?
September?
Sounds pretty hell in July.
September the 4th is Labor Day,
It
so
would be the 4th, September 4th, the Monday,
that's Labor Day.
Labor Day, so it would be the 11th.
So PMP will be on the 31st. No, August 31st would be PMP, so you're gonna have to reschedule ARPA. You're gonna have to reschedule ARPA for the, because it would fall on the 4th, but we're not here.
So July,
You know, I'll be here.
Talk to Lyle about management.
August.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Lyle too.
What's works for you guys?
Everybody's closed, tax money, health
I'm here.
committee. Do you want to do it?
Where are you here?
Our health committee?
You could do it on
Is it okay
Yeah,
with
but
you,
we have
Wade?
tax then.
Oh, wait,
you have health at 9, tax
Yeah,
at
you and
9:30.
at 9:30,
So you can either do it at 10 on the
Like
5th, or you can
10,
move it to Wednesday. Whatever.
okay with you?
What was it?
On the 5th at 10 o'clock? John, are you okay with that?
I'll be here, it doesn't matter. It's a Tuesday, right?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
September 4th,
so
5th.
5th.
Yep.
Alright, and I'll get you a list together, an updated list and send it out to you.
Still didn't get the word, Jill, sorry.
That's okay, that's what I'm here for.
Is there anything else you'd like to talk about on the ARPA applications this time?
So who are you inviting back next time? You have the bread basket, Sheldon, EMS, was there anybody else that you want to invite back? Or you just want Amanda to follow up with
We
everybody
need
else?
Roger to come back in from Ridgeland, sorry. We need to follow up on the Iroquois County more. Hopefully we get a better grip on the hazard pay to the county employees. We're gonna have,
Okay, so you're gonna invite back bread basket, Sheldon, EMS, Ridgeland, keep the morgue and essential pay on, and then
yeah,
you want just follow-up email sent to the rest?
no, we'd like to hear on, did I say Sheldon EMS already? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
All right, we got that one. And then Feeding Time is supposed to bring us paperwork. Have him come back in.
Park District.
The Watsika Park District,
I don't think we were expecting anything else from Sherry, were we?
No, she had everything, I think.
so we're done with everything on
I
her?
think you're just down to making a decision.
We'll just have to sit.
Decision on her.
Let's skip her for another month. Do it in October.
Yeah, so you have the
That'll
bread
give us a
basket.
better idea also
Sure,
for management.
and what you come up
What's
with
going on
essential
with the morgue?
pay next month. I would think you would be able to make a decision next month on if you're gonna do anything for essential pay.
I hope so.
That'd give you a better idea of where you're at and what you can do with, things like the park district and
No, I totally agree.
whatnot.
Are you
And we
having
said the Watsika area food pantry, but, I don't want them to come in until we find out from Breadbasket what's going on.
Now, Affordable Arts and Feeding Time, that's a husband-wife duo, do you want her to come in as well for Affordable Arts?
Affordable Arts in Schaumburg's fine too. But we,
Did you get the paperwork from Feeding Time?
I thought Schaumburg's fine trim was the husband.
It is.
And we crossed.
Not
we crossed
Schaumburg's,
Schaumburg's off.
Schaumburg's Fine Trim to Affordable Arts is
Their
the same
husband-wife.
husband wife.
But
Was
we
it
crossed.
Schaumburg's Fine Trim number 48 is
We
off.
crossed them off, yeah.
Right, but was
Affordable
he,
Arts is staying on the list.
Yeah.
was he part of Feeding Time?
No. No, that's up my district.
Oh, okay.
So we having her come back for Affordable Arts?
Can we just get the paperwork from them?
I didn't have-
The biggest thing we're waiting on here is management to make a decision with the board, so we know where that's going. we're still moving forward in tax with the CAM and DevNet system that I'm working on with Doug and the tax committee, Mark too. Those are the big ones. When we find out numbers and we get better grip on all those situations, we can make leaps and bounds.
Because I think she was waiting on more estimates, because the estimate, or the bid, or whatever she got was from like Chicago. She was
Yeah,
having
we
a
haven't
hard
put
time.
even a bid out for the CAM and DevNet.
Oh, I'm talking
because-
about affordable arts.
Okay, yes. Yeah, she got somebody from Chicago that said it was like 2 or 3 times the price.
Okay, so you're inviting back the Bread Basket, Sheldon EMS, Ridgeland, and Feeding Time. We're keeping on the Morgan Essential Pay. Amanda's gonna do a follow-up email for the Affordable Arts, and I'm gonna get you a list of employees and stuff for essential.
I
Got
guess.
it, Jill.
And then I will also prepare letters for everybody that's in.
You kept on Village of Menards, did you want, are you trying to?
We don't need to have them come
We
in.
need
We've already got a number from them, we know where they're at. All right. Any more old business? Any new business?
Move we adjourn.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Adjourned.